More than 10 families are counting losses after a heavily pushed fire by wind consumed their residential houses. The cause of that fire that engulfed part of the Mau forest is not yet known, though it comes after the Kenya Forest Service issued fire alerts countrywide, especially during the dry and hot spell.
For hours, the residents living near the Mau forest tried to put out a fire that threatened their very existence. Men, women and children all struggled to fight the fire that was spreading fast and devouring anything and everything on its way. Some opted to get their children and some of their valuables out of the fire's way. Some were, however, not so lucky.
Nikuja nikapata moto unafunika hapa yote. Hakuna kitu nilitoa kwa nyumba. Mahindi gunia 15, marawe gunia 10. The
cause of the fire remains unknown, even though some of the residents point a blaming finger at political wrangles between opposing sides. And even as the residents tried to put out the fire, the major concern was the little or no support that they have received from the Kenya Wildlife Service officials who have an office nearby. They say the forest stands a better chance of survival if Kenya Forest officials could be stationed in the forest.
Watu ambao wanahifadhi misitu ni watu wa KWS. Hakika hatuna watu wa Kenya Forest Service ambao wanaweza hifadhi misitu. Kwa hivyo KWS hawaoni haja ya misitu.
Those affected by the fire are now calling on the government and indeed their county leaders to set aside disaster management funds to compensate the residents, some of whom have lost their entire livelihoods.
Kuna pesa ambayo inapeanwa ambayo ni ya disaster kama hii ambayo ni ajali inafaa isaidie wenyeji.
The Mau Forest Complex sits within Kenya's Rift Valley and is the largest indigenous forest in East Africa. It serves as a critical water catchment area for the country and is the source from which numerous rivers flow, many of them draining into bodies of water like Lake Victoria, which receives 60% of its water from Mau. These rivers exist as lifelines for much of Western Kenya's wildlife and people.